Good morning, children. So, today we are going to start one by one revising all the things that have been already taught to you. Okay. So, we have already completed 8 chapters that were there in your textbook, and I hope that you have also written them in your notebook. Whatever PDF is sent to you in the group, make sure that you are writing it. Okay. And now from today what we are going to do is we are going to discuss all the MCQs, blanks, true or false, meanings, question answers that are there in your notebooks. So starting from lesson number 1, we are going to discuss MCQ of all the lessons. Okay. So first MCQ is there in the page number 230. So Christianity was spread in India by Saint Thomas, option B. Christianity was spread in India by Saint Thomas, option B. Christianity was spread in India by Saint Thomas, option B. Okay. Ramabhai worked for dash. So we have options: Hindu Muslim unity, upliftment of women, preached universal brotherhood, D, all of this. So Ramabhai was a person who worked for upliftment of women, means betterment of women. वुमेन्स को इक्वल राइट मिले, वो भी एजुकेट हो, वो भी जॉब अक्वायर करे. इस रमाबाई वॉज worked for the upliftment of women, option B. Ramabhai worked for the upliftment of women. Ramabhai worked for upliftment of women. Turn your page. We have name a social reformer. Homi Bhabha, APJ Abdul Kalam, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, C.V. Raman. So out of this 4, Raja Ram Mohan Roy is the social reformer. Name a social reformer, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Name a social reformer, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He was a person who worked for the betterment of women. He went against the child marriages. He also supported widow remarriages, and he was the one who became the reason for stopping the sati pratha, the sakti practice. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy is a social reformer. Next, which of the following is correct? A. Quran is the holy book of Muslim. Guru Granth Sahib is the holy book of Sikh. Z. Avesta is the holy book of Parsi. And D. All of this. So among the A, B, C, 3 of them are correct. So option D, all of this. Which is one of the oldest religions of the world? Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, none of this. So among these 4, one of the oldest religions of the world is Hinduism. So which is one of the oldest religions of the world? Hinduism. Which is the one of the oldest religions of the world? Hinduism. Who founded Sikhism? Gautam Buddha, Guru Nanak, Guru Tej Bahadur, Jesus Christ. Who was the one who founded Sikhism? Guru Nanak founded Sikhism. Who founded Sikhism? Guru Nanak founded Sikhism. Okay children, we are now moving to lesson number 2. On 15th August dash, India became a free country. So on 15th August 1947, India became a free country. On 15th August 1947, India became a free country. So on 15th August 1947, India became a free country. The Constitution came into force on dash, मतलब हमारा जो संविधान है वो कब लागू हुआ? तो it was on January 1950 our Constitution came into force. So the Constitution came into force on 26th January 1950. The Constitution came into force on 26th January 1950. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज़ द बेस्ट टू डिस्क्राइब इंडिया, मतलब इंडिया को डिस्क्राइब करने में इनमें से कौन सा टर्म सबसे बेस्ट है? तो डेमोक्रेसी, सवेरियन, सोशलिस्ट, सेक्युलर, डेमोक्रेटिक रिपब्लिक, नन ऑफ दिस। सो डेमोक्रेसी अकेला एक वर्ड नहीं हो सकता जो इंडिया को बेस्ट वे में डिस्क्राइब करे, ना ही सवेरियंस अकेले। पर ऑप्शन सी में देखो, सवेरियन, सोशलिस्ट, सेक्युलर, डेमोक्रेटिक, रिपब्लिक, ये सारे पार्ट्स हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ऑलरेडी डिस्क्राइब्ड हैं, राइट। और हमने ये लेसन में भी इसे डिस्कस किया था। तो सवेरियंस मतलब इंडिया एक इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्री है जो किसी और कंट्री में डिपेंडेड नहीं है। सोशलिस्ट में हमारे इंडिया में हर एक पर्सन को सोशल हो, इकोनॉमिकल इक्वालिटी दी गई है। सेक्युलर मतलब हर पर्सन को ये राइट है कि वो जिस भी रीजन को पढ़ाना, प्रैक्टिस करना या प्रोपोगेट करना मतलब स्प्रेड करना चाहता है, उसे उसकी अनुमति है, मतलब परमिशन है। फिर डेमोक्रेटिक मतलब हमारे जो इंडिया के लोग हैं वो खुद ही अपना रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इलेक्ट करते हैं, राइट। और रिपब्लिक भी हेड ऑफ द स्टेट इज इलेक्टेड बाय द कॉमन पीपल। कॉमन पीपल खुद हेड ऑफ द स्टेट इलेक्ट करते हैं। ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है ना कि किंग या क्वीन हमारे ऊपर रूल कर रहे हैं। सो हर कंट्री, इंडिया इज अ डेमोक्रेटिक रिपब्लिक कंट्री। सो द बेस्ट वर्ड दैट डिस्क्राइब्स इंडिया इज sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Okay. Who can cast vote during election? Elections के टाइम कौन वोट कर सकता है? Any citizen of India, an Indian who is 18 years of age or above, an American visiting India or both A and B. तो यानी कोई भी इंडियन सिटीजन वोट तो नहीं कर सकता ना। वो इंडियन जो 18 इयर्स की एज का हो या उससे ज़्यादा की एज का हो वो वोट कर सकते हैं, राइट। सो हु कैन कास्ट वोट ड्यूरिंग द इलेक्शन? एन इंडियन हु इज़ 18 इयर्स ऑफ एज और अबाउ कैन कास्ट वोट ड्यूरिंग इलेक्शन। सो ऑप्शन बी, एन इंडियन हु इज़ 18 इयर्स ऑफ एज और अबाउ। What do you understand by a republic? Option A, India is a republic, which means that our country is headed by a president. India is republic where our people are governed by the representatives elected by the people, and there is no king or queen in a republic. And option D, all of this. So देखो, रिपब्लिक में क्या होता है कि आपको कोई किंग या क्वीन रूल नहीं कर रहा है, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे ऑप्शन सी करेक्ट है, देयर इज़ नो किंग और क्वीन इन द रिपब्लिक। अब किंग और क्वीन नहीं है तो कौन रूल करेगा आप पर? वही रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स जिन्हें हम खुद वोट डालकर लीडर्स बनाते हैं, ठीक है। तो ऑप्शन बी भी करेक्ट है, इंडिया इज़ अ रिपब्लिक वेयर आवर पीपल आर गवर्न्ड बाय द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल। ओके, तो यहाँ दो ऑप्शंस राइट है, सी और बी दोनों। कमिंग टू पॉइंट ए, इंडिया इज अ रिपब्लिक विच मीन्स दैट आवर कंट्री इज हेडेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट, ये भी ट्रू है। तो ऑप्शन डी, ऑल ऑफ दिस। ओके, नेक्स्ट MCQ, अ कंट्री रूल्ड बाय अ किंग और अ क्वीन एज इट्स हेड ऑफ द स्टेट इज नॉन एज मोनार्की। देखो, डेमोक्रेसी में वोटिंग के थ्रू, इलेक्शंस के थ्रू रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स सिलेक्ट होते हैं, ओके। नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन है मोनार्की। मोनार्की में क्या होता है कि राजा रूल करता है, जब उनकी डेथ हो जाए या कुछ भी हो उनके साथ तो उनका बेटा जो भी नेक्स्ट है उनका जनरेशन वो नेक्स्ट राजा बनता है, तो दैट इज़ मोनार्की सिस्टम। सो अ कंट्री दैट इज़ रूल्ड बाय द किंग और अ क्वीन एज अ हेड ऑफ द स्टेट, तो वो कौन से सिस्टम के अंडर आएगा? इट कम्स अंडर मोनार्की सिस्टम। नेक्स्ट, नेम द रूल बुक अकॉर्डिंग टू विच अ कंट्री इज गवर्न। तो कोई भी कंट्री को चलाने के लिए, गवर्न करने के लिए जो रूल बुक है उसका नेम यहाँ आपको मेंशन करना है। तो वी हैव कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, रूल बुक, ग्रेड बुक, कंट्री बुक, ओके। सो इन सब में से, इन 4 ऑप्शन में से जो रूल बुक जिसके हिस्से से कोई भी कंट्री गवर्न होती है या कोई भी कंट्री चलती है वो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, संविधान, ओके। What is 26 January celebrated as? सो 26 जनवरी इज सेलिब्रेटेड एज रिपब्लिक डे, जो अभी कुछ दिनों में आने वाला है. आई होप यू रिमेंबर, राइट? So what is 26th January celebrated as Republic Day? That was the day when our constitution came into force. Okay. Okay children, we have reached on lesson number 4. The outermost layer of the earth is called crust, B metal, C core, D none of this. So the outermost layer of the earth is known as crust. So your answer is option A, crust. An imaginary line that runs through the center of the earth from the North Pole to the South Pole is called equator, axis, hemisphere, or none of this. So it is axis, an imaginary line that runs from the center of the earth from North Pole to the South Pole. Okay. The time period taken by the earth to complete one rotation, मतलब अर्थ एक रोटेशन कंप्लीट करने के लिए जो टाइम लेता है वो है सोलर मंथ. और स्पिनिंग ऑफ द अर्थ ऑन इट्स ओन एक्सिस इज कॉल्ड रोटेशन. Sorry children, the time period taken by the earth to complete one rotation is not solar month, it is solar day. क्योंकि एक rotation complete करने में earth takes 24 hours. Okay, so it is a solar day. So the time period taken by earth to complete one rotation is solar day. The spinning of earth around its own axis is called rotation. So option A. So the spinning of the earth around its own axis is called rotation. And the one around sun is known as revolution. Okay. Okay, coming to lesson number 5, we have 2 MCQs in the middle of lesson. Dash of soil depends on many factors. So it is fertility of the soil that depends on many factors, and we have already described the factors here in this lesson, right? So the fertility of the soil depends on many factors. Okay, and dash soil is very fertile. So among alluvial, black and red soil, we have alluvial that is very fertile. Okay. So dash of soil depends on many factors, that is fertility of a soil depends on many factors, and dash soil is very fertile. So it is alluvial soil that is very fertile. Okay. Which of the following is true about the red soil? So red soil is less fertile. True, right? Farmers add fertilizer to it to make it fertile. Yes, right? खाद ऐड करके उसे और फर्टाइल बनाते हैं. After manure is added, it becomes fertile enough to grow cotton, wheat, rice and such other crops. That is also true about red soil. So your answer would be option D, all of this. So which of the following is true about red soil? Above 3 are right? Red soil is less fertile. Farmers add fertilizer to make it fertile, and when this manure is added, it becomes fertile enough to grow crops like cotton, wheat, rice and such other crops. So option D, all of this. How does lateral soil develop? So as a result of leaching from bricks, from kitchen waste, from human waste. No, the lateral soil develops as a result of leaching. So lateral soil develops as a result of leaching. Which is the best soil for growing crops? तो क्रॉप्स को ग्रो करने के लिए सबसे बेस्ट सॉइल कौन सा है? एल्यूमिनियम सॉइल. क्यों? क्योंकि वो बहुत ज़्यादा फर्टाइल है. Okay, which is the best soil for growing crops? Alluvial soil. Where is the alluvial soil found? It is found in the northern plains. So where is the alluvial soil found? Alluvial soils are found in northern plains. Which soil is formed from lava rocks? It is black soil. Which soil is formed from lava rocks? It is black soil. Which soil is formed from lava rocks? Black soil. Okay. So it is also fertile, right? We have reached on lesson number 6. So India is the largest producer of dash. A. Rice, B. Wheat, C. Pulses. So India is the largest producer of pulses. India is the largest producer of pulses. Turn your page, we have two MCQs here. Dash is called the golden fiber of India. We have sugarcane, jute and cotton as option. So among this, jute is known as the golden fiber of India. And why it is known as golden fiber, we have already discussed. And it grows in hot and wet climate. So West Bengal, Assam, Bihar and Odisha are the main producing areas of jute. Okay, and from jute we can make bags and carpets. Okay, so jute is known as the golden fiber of India. Next, India is one of the world's largest producer of tea. India is one of the largest producer of tea. India is one of the largest producer of tea. Okay. The cash crop grown in India: cotton, jute, sugarcane and tobacco, which is used here for the purpose of having it as a food is known as food crops, but the one that is grown for export purpose to earn money is known as cash crop. So the cash crops that are grown in India are cotton, jute, sugarcane and tobacco. What is the staple food of eastern and southern India? We have jowar, bajra, maize and rice, but the option D, rice is correct one. So what is the staple food of eastern and southern India? They all obviously prefer rice more because rice pulses are grown towards the southern side more. So the staple food of eastern and southern India is rice. Which is the main occupation of people of India? So farming is the main occupation of the people of India. Farming is the main occupation of the people of India. Why are crops grown by farmers? So to provide food, okay, and to also provide raw materials to the factories and industries that are growing. So option C is right, both A and B. मतलब food भी provide करना और raw materials भी provide करने के लिए usually people grow crops. Okay. The food crops grown in India is rice, maize, wheat. Three of them are grown in India. So option D, all of this. Coming to lesson number 7, dash is called a fossil fuel. So coal and mineral oil both are fossil fuel. So option C, all of this. Coal and mineral oil both are fossil fuel. What is the process of extracting minerals called? The process of extracting mineral is called mining. The process of extracting minerals called mining. Which is of the following are non-metallic minerals? Coal, mineral oil and petroleum. Three of them are non-metallic minerals. So option D, all of this. Coal, mineral oil, petroleum are non-metallic minerals. Which is the correct statement about minerals? So minerals are naturally exhausted resources. They are found inside the earth and are formed by the force of nature. Three statements are right. So answer is option D, all of this. How is aluminium used? So aluminium is used to make electric wires, utensils and aeroplanes. I repeat, aluminium is used to make electric wires, utensils and aeroplanes. What is produced from iron ore in steel plant? Steel and iron. So India is the world's second largest producer of sugar. India is the world's second largest producer of sugar. Option B. Toy making comes under cottage industry. And ships are built in the shipyards of Kochi, Visakhapatnam, Mumbai. So option D, all of this. Silk mills are located at Coimbatore, Varanasi and Surat. So option D, all of this. And Panchkula is famous for electronic goods manufacturing. Okay, so at Panchkula electronic goods are manufactured. So that's it about the MCQ part. In the next video we will discuss some other question. Thank you for listening.